has in regard to the believer. To the believer that is sinful. Awil muti' or the one that is obedient. He say, فَلَا نَحْكُمْ لِأَحَدٍ بِجَنَّةٍ وَلَا نَارٍ. For both case, the believer that is disobedient or the one, barakallahu fikum, that is righteous, we do not place them in the Jannah. We do not declare them, you are in the Jannah, you fulan, you in the Jannah. And you find, barakallahu fikum, this individual ignoramuses, foolish, goofy Sufis, they be doing these things. They be doing these things. Like this individual, his father died. And one of the brothers heard him and was, telling him to be patient or, making dua for his father. The guy straight up told him, my father don't need your dua. He's in the Jannah already. Sufaha, foolish ones. Sufaha, foolish. Say, my father don't need your dua. He's in the Jannah already. Yes, playing the mind of the people. That's what they do. He said, "Hada illa lillah." To say that so and so in the Jannah, so and so in the it is only for Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. He said, but the rule is that we hope for the one that is obedient to Allah, and at the same time, we fear for the one that is disobedient to Allah. We fear for him. And likewise, even for the one that is righteous, we hope for him and we fear for him. Because how do we know that his actions were solely for Allah? Can anybody say, well, my brother that is sitting right next to me is here solely for Allah? Or the one that is talking, he's saying this, reading from the books of the scholars, solely for Allah. Nobody can, barakallahu fikum, vouch for nobody in regard to that. Nobody can vouch for nobody else. Everybody, barakallahu fikum, can only speak for their own selves. He say, لِأَنَّهُ قَدْ يَكُونُ Allahu Akbar. See, now they hear the statement. He say, لِأَنَّهُ, as the individual that is righteous. He say, لِأَنَّهُ قَدْ يَكُونُ يَعْمَلْ فِي مَا يَبْدُو لِلنَّاسِ الْخَيْرِ وَهُوَ فِي الْوَاقِعِ خِلَافُ ذَلِكَ. He say that the action that the person that is the righteous one doing could be seen as righteous. Meaning the people can see it, it could be, fair seeming to the people that this is righteous actions. But in reality it is not. Right? It could be like fair seeming that this is righteous actions. Right? The people can deem it to be what? Righteous actions. But in reality it is not. In reality it is not. Right? وَقَدْ يَحْصُلْ. And perhaps it is the case. Perhaps it's the case. And know that, barakallahu fikum, that the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam, he clarified those matters a long time ago for us. When he mentioned what? That's very good. Yes, those 3 that the first one that will be thrown in the hellfire yawm al-qiyamati, and which is a very scary hadith. That every single one of us should be revising that hadith, barakallahu feek. Because that aids you to check on yourselves. Because these 3, perhaps none of us are doing it. Or none of us has reached that level yet. Right? A person that is shuja', was a mujahid, that was brave, fighting in the cause of Allah. Hatta qutila, until he was killed. a person that spent all his wealth in the cause of Allah. He doesn't know no area or no issue that spending in it is beloved to Allah except that he was spent on it until he meets Allah. And the last one was what? عالم تعلم العلم, a scholar that studied the religion and was teaching it to the people until he meets Allah. Now perhaps that none of us have reached these three levels. Fighting in the cause of Allah, giving all our wealth in the cause of Allah, learning and teaching the religion. None of us, barakallah fikum, has reached that level yet, perhaps. But guess what? This will be the first one. أَوَّلُ مَا يُلْقَى فِي النَّارِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. The first one that will be thrown in the hellfire. Now that shows, alhamdulillah, the importance of what? Of ikhlas. Having sincerity fi deen. One was thrown in the hellfire because of what? The person that was fighting because of what? He was fighting so the people would say he was what? Brave. He was a warrior. He was courageous. He was rajulun shuja'. He was brave. فَقَدْ قِيل. And that was said. Because that's what he wanted. That was what he wanted. But people already said it. Then what does it reward? What other reward that he should have? He already got his reward. You were doing it so the people say, oh, you brave. They have said it. So you got your reward already. That's why, alhamdulillah, it is very important to always double check on our intentions. Always, man. Always. 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 And the second one, barakah, the one that gave in the cause of Allah, that he was giving so that people would say he is what? Generous. فَقَدْ قِيلِ, it was said. What else he can have? All those millions of whatever he gave. All the money he spent aiding this one, aiding that one, building this, building that. He was just doing it so that people say, oh man, he is generous. His brother is, subhanallah. He will not leave no way in the path of Allah where spending in it is beloved to Allah except he will do so. It was said. Likewise, the one that has knowledge and he studied and was teaching, he was only doing it so that people say he is what? Knowledgeable. And it was being said. That's why, alhamdulillah, one has to protect himself. One has to protect himself, barakallah fikum, from the likes of these things. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard all of us. Ameen. He say, رجل, a man, أثني في العدو وقال رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إنه في النار. There was a man that was being, and he praised, right? When they were fighting against the disbelievers. A man was praised, meaning among the Muslims. He was praised. Why? Because he was what? He was very brave. He was very brave. He will not let a kafir pass by except that he will just cut his throat in the battlefield, in the jihad. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إنه في النار. And when that main case was brought to the Messenger, he said, this individual is in the hellfire. So what do you think that the Sahaba they did? They were what? Huh? They were amazing. One of them went to follow him. Okay, now my question is, why did the person went to follow him? Why? Go ahead.
He was injured, right? And then he went
No. Why the one that said, I'm going to go and follow him? Why? Mustafa. Sure. Where's the button at? Press the button.
You gotta go in the office.
Go ahead, I'm waiting.
No, I'm trying to.
I'm just kidding. No. See, this man, he was praised during the battlefield.
Okay.
But, You know what I'm saying? That he was very stern and very courageous against the disbelievers. So he was praised in front of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Meaning some companion came to the messenger and he said, man, so and so, he is so brave. You know, he is so stern against the disbelievers. Praising him. And the Prophet said, he is in the hellfire. The Prophet said that this man that you're praising, he's in the hellfire. So one of the companions heard that, he decided to, you know what, I'm going to follow this man. And the question is, why did he get him and follow him? Go ahead. Very good. Not doubting about the Prophet, but to see, why did the messenger say this? Right, to why did the Prophet say this? Not about the doubting about what this Prophet say. You know, sometimes an individual can give you what you call it, a khabar, some information, right? You doubting the information, so you go to check it. A brother can give you some information, you go in to check it for more details. Huh? Right, to have more details. Why did the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam say this? So he believed in that. As Adam mentioned here, right, that you have, as Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he asked Allah, Rabbi, arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. Alaykum salam. Right? Oh my Lord. Right? Arini, show me. Kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. How do you revive the dead? Did Ibrahim have any doubt? Did he? No, he didn't have no doubt. Did he have yaqeen? Yes. Say it again. He did have yaqeen. What yaqeen did he have? Huh? He has ilmul yaqeen. But he wanted aynul yaqeen. Easy. I'm coming. What is this? What is this?
Water.
Okay. That's water. Shakil told me this is water. All right. Okay. Now, what do I have here? Huh? No. What yaqeen is it here? Ilmul yaqeen. He told me this is water, so I have knowledge that this is water because he gave it to me. Okay. Now I'm looking at it. Okay. Look like water. So I have Ainul Yaqeen. But when I do this, I have what? Haqqul Yaqeen. Because now I have what? The confirmation from me that this is indeed water. You understand? But he told me though, that's the information he gave me. Right? He gave me about, you want some water? Here you go. I looked at it. I said, okay, that's some water. I tested it's water. He could have given me a bottle of vinegar. Looked like water. Right? He could have given me like a vinegar acid. Right? It's like, here's some water. So I look at it. Okay, it looked like water with all the labels and all of that. Right? But when I open it and smell it, I say, oh, okay, this is vinegar. You made a mistake. Like the person, give me some salt or give me some sugar. The individual run to the kitchen and bring some salt. Do they look alike? Yes, they do. Do they look alike? Yes. But Hassan, he say they taste different. Right? And likewise, those who were from the apostles of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, right? The apostles of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, the Hawariyun of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, when they also ask Isa alayhi salatu wasalam to ask Allah, right? Ask Allah to send down a ma'idah min as-sama' takunu lana 'idan li awwalina wa akhirina, to be like a feast for the first of us and the last of us, meaning them, the apostles. Did they have doubt about